Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 19th of March. Your Stock Request is a weekly video where we take your requests and analyse the share price charts. This week we're looking at Zuno, Metcash, Costa Group and Soul Patts. So if you have a request, send it through. Make sure you've signed up to the free newsletter. If you enjoy these videos, we'd love to get a review from you on Facebook or Google, and we'd love you to share it on social media. And finally, just remember, any advice here, of course, is general only. So this is a daily chart of Zuno. As we can see, in terms of the last few weeks, it initially did well on the news of the coronavirus breakout. The heat's come out of the stock. It's encouraging to see it hold in here in the last few days. So the way it's holding in here tells me it's just a matter of time until it wants to rally again. I think in terms of the downside, this low at $1.26 is what I'd have my eye on. So there's support here, and clearly if it was to break that, then that would be a concern. So we've got Metcash. So as we can see in the last few days, it's had a huge move. Just the huge daily ranges makes it, in my opinion, fairly risky. It can do this in one day, but it can also revert back in a short space of time as well. If I just zoom out here on the daily chart, you'll see that there's a bit of resistance there. On the weekly, we could see it's not far away from that peak in 2018. So coming back to the daily, look, there's going to be a lot of resistance here. So it's going to be a lot of chopping around. I think the risk reward to buy it here is not very attractive, doesn't quite stack up because there's downside risk here, but upside you've got resistance very close by. So I'd like to see it ideally come back and settle down. Costa Group. So most recently we've seen a sort of a nice retest here of this December low, so that's encouraging. It looks like it's trying to form a base here. The overall trend though is still to the downside. So as I zoom out, clearly it's still trending down. I think it's a bit too early. What I'd be looking for this, the previous high here. So a lot of resistance near 350. I'd like to see it push through here, and then I'd feel more confident that the downtrend is over. But for the moment, I think it's a bit too early. And finally, Soul Patts. So it's been trading in a range for several months here, and then it broke down, of course, in the last few weeks. But what's interesting is it's recovered really well in the last few days, and it's back in the range, which means that this could be a false break. If that's the case, then it should head back up towards resistance here near $23 and test that. So it'd be interesting to see if you can do that despite the broader market. And I think if it was to break this level, that would be very bullish. Okay, well that's it for this week. If you have a request, send it through. We'll try to cover it next week for you.